July 4th still. Just want to record this because I'm kind of testing it out. It's meditating. And I mentioned that like usually when I meditate, it is a moment where I'm just like listening to music and like either tapping in. But oftentimes lately, right now, it's been more of a question answer type of thing where I'm just getting guidance. And so it's less of just sitting, but more of like, okay, what do I need to do next? Only because I know this is a time where I'm supposed to be active in doing work. And so I asked, because I know I still have notes to complete, right? And the project to kind of finish up. Do I work on it? And I didn't get, I mentioned that I do the whole, when I vibrate to the sound of to the beat of my heartbeat, naturally it's a yes. And when I stop, it's a no. So I asked, do I keep working on the project? And it stood still, and I was like, why? I'm almost done. Like in my head, I'm like, but I'm almost done, right? But I'm like, okay. And then I kept testing it. I kept testing it. So I was like, okay, no, right? Do I just focus on work? And it was like, it wasn't very apparent to other ones where it's like a clear yes. So I said, okay, do I just go have fun today? And then I felt it. I was like, okay, well, because I didn't plan on going anywhere. So I was like, fun. Okay, where do I go? So then I realized I had one client today. So I was like, do I see my client? And it stopped. I'm like, do I call and cancel my client? And then I see it, I'm like, really? And then I was just like, okay. And this was a client that's really a hit or miss. Like oftentimes they don't show up. It's a no-show. And I've been very lenient with not charging them. But lately it's been more of a pattern. So I'm just like, okay, no, I can't keep doing this, right? And so I said, do I call and cancel? And I would switch up the answer, like the questions, to see if I would get the same response. I'm like, really? Like I can't just go and see my client and then leave. But I was told to cancel. I was like, okay, I'm gonna cancel. And I really left it up to my client. I said, I realize it's 4th of July. And it's up to you. Do you want to reschedule? Okay, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. Because I would have seen her if she wanted to. She's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. So we rescheduled. I said, okay. So then I'm like going back and I'm like, well, I don't have a plan for today. Like I had no plan. So then I was just like, okay, well then where do I go to have fun, right? I'm like thinking, trying to like, my bangs are like funky. So I'm just like, okay, well where do I go to have fun, right? I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well where have I not gone? So I was like, oh, the park. The big park. It's not Grand Central Park. What is it called? The big park. I haven't been there in a while. Golden Gate Park. Golden Gate Park. That's what I had imagined. And then I feel it. I was like, oh, okay. So then I'm actually asking for other steps. I'm like, well, can I go to Themels? Like, will it be open? Yes. I'm like, can I take coffee to go? Yes. I'm like, okay. So that's where I'm gonna go. And then I'm gonna go get, the 33, I think it's a 33. And take it there. And then come back and just enjoy and take a book and read. And it's like, yes. And again, I would switch it back and forth and ask other questions. It would say no. And then I'd ask the same question again and it would say yes. I was like, okay. And I'm kind of shocked about it because it wasn't what I had planned. So it's like, okay. And then I'm like, well, when I come back, can I do a little bit of work? So it was very lightly, like just a little. I'm like, okay, but can I work on the project? And there was nothing. So I was like, but I'm so close to being done. But clearly it's wanting me to take a break, right? They're wanting me to take a break from the project itself. So I'm recording this because I don't know if Demos is going to be open. It's 4th of July. And I'm documenting it to see what happens if, like, I don't know where I'm being led to, but I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna take this book because I've been wanting to keep reading it about dreams, and we'll see what happens next. So that's all I wanted to record. Battery's gonna die. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, and we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.